remind me how the intro goes?
Well, it goes like this. And we're back with some Exalted Demake Storms of Yizhao Season 3, Episode 3. Yeah, we are in July 2023. I'm Peter, the storyteller, and with me we have...
I'm playing 1,000 Crimson Calamities, the Daybreak cased Abyssal Exalted.
Breckchen, or Chen for short, who plays Syrah, the Zenith Solar.
And Siegfried playing Foreclose Abatement, the Lunar Full Moon.
Awesome, guys. So, what happened last session?
A bunch of things.
Go ahead.
We looked at an altar, we bought a child, we befriended a prince, and we bickered a lot. And we found out that some women disappeared.
Yes, and that is probably related to why the altar is being crazy.
Yes. Also, we found out that Prince Zhao literally plans to destroy the altar if he can get away with it.
Good man. Good man.
Yeah. Honestly, I think that's made him very popular with the group.
That's right. I mean, that's just the means to his end of, free himself or from the shackles of his responsibility and so on. But regardless, yes. So we ended up you talking to Mother Fu Han, learning stuff from her after she botched trying to influence you guys. And it is evening. What do you guys do? Where do you sleep? Do you go back to sleeping in the same grave?
First we need to do some necromancy because we specifically waited for nightfall for this. We were gonna go to the incense district to speak to some ancestors, or maybe just one ancestor. We'll see how it goes.
Okay.
Right, that reminds me, I should probably open up the magic rules again to make sure I'm doing magic right. Not that it's going to be very complicated because it's a ritual spell. No dice rolls required.
Just time.
Yeah. But first we head to the incense district after nightfall, which I'm sure will be fine.
Yeah. You get to the incense district after nightfall. You can, smell the various burnt offerings that from the various ancestor shrines here and what have you. And what do you want to do?
Let's see. Do I need a name or something? Probably. Oh, there are actually roles involved, just not shaping roles. Interesting. Yes, okay. I need a living name of an ancestor. But that should not be so hard because their shrines are literally all over, right?
To the extent, you can go into some of the ancestor shrines, and there are little plaques and what have you, lining some various walls. So you can find some names of dead people.
Okay, I'm going to look for the most ostentatious looking shrines, like the richest looking ones. Then I'm gonna go for the most prominent name on one of those.
Okay, let's say that one of the previous governors is buried in one of the shrines here.
Mm-hmm.
That's the most ostentatious one. We need to get around here, probably.
That makes sense, yeah. So what's his name? Or what's their name?
What would be the name? With names, always the hardest part of any thing. About go. How about Governor Wujek or something like that?
Just go with Lei. Lei Jiang or what? Wait, would be Wu, I guess.
So you have
Wu Lei?
Governor Wu.
All right. Yeah. Since it is nightfall, that means I can start doing a ritual, which I guess I should describe. Yeah, I'm gonna get out my own fun, burial incense, and I'm gonna walk around the shrine a couple times, placing and lighting black candles, and strewing bone powder all over the place, mixed with salt, and just burning incense all the while and doing some prayer chants as you do. And then I speak his name, Governor Wu, and I roll willpower plus essence, and so does he. Against difficulty 6.
Okay. Yeah, essence. Would that be his ghost essence or the essence he had as a person? Probably his
ghost essence.
Okay. Okay, 4 successes.
Mm-hmm. Well, I got 5. That's better.
This.
If the ghost wins, it escapes, blah, blah, blah. If the sorcerer wins, the ghost is bound to her will. She may either command its obedience for a year and a day, or else assign it one task, which it will carry out to completion before being set free. Unlike demons, ghosts are only bound to follow the letter of their summoner's commands, not the spirit.
Okay, so which spell is this?
Summon Ghost.
Summon Ghost. Okay. Sure. So you summon the ghost of Governor Wu. He appears in front of you in his ghostly visage. He seems to be wearing, a ghostly, like something that looks like a full plate armor, probably something he wore as a person. Looks like fit for a dragon blood and have you. He gets summoned. Bows down to you. He seems to be like had some battle wounds, what have you, that did him in.
Yeah, before I decide on a command, I'd like to just talk to him for a little bit. I think that makes sense. If he doesn't want to answer my questions, I can still decide on a command to make him do it. But first, I just want to have a conversation. Also, I need to quickly pay for a spirit sensing technique so I can actually see and converse with him, I guess.
Yeah.
Unless he's powerful enough to manifest.
I mean, he would manifest outright by himself.
All right.
He's being jerked around here. Someone just, summoned him here.
Yeah. So. All right. Well, that's handy. Greetings, former Governor Wu. I have some questions about this fine city of Yizhao.
Certainly, Death Knight.
Yes, I assume, since you are, a ghost and all, you see a lot of what's going on in the city that people, when people may think they are unobserved.
Say that. I mean, I'm mostly looking after my family. What can I do for you, Death Knight?
Well, recently we have heard there has been a string of disappearances, pregnant women, all of them. Have you noticed anything like that?
I don't think there have been many pregnant women going to the underworld. So, yeah, he thinks for a moment. No, I don't think the underworld has been abuzz with information about this.
Well, that already suggests some things. Well then, I would like you to do me a service and then I will leave you in peace. I need you
I'm bound to your will.
Yes, I need you to have a look around town and see if you can find out anything about these disappearing women. See if you can, if you can find out if anybody knows where they went. Or perhaps you can even find them. You can go places where others cannot.
I'll certainly do that.
Well then, go forth, my servant.
He goes off. Well, and if I wanted to follow the letter of your request, like, oh yeah, you told him to go find stuff out, not to report back to you.
That is true. But also, since he recognized me as a Death Knight, I'm just gonna hope that he has, some kind of self-preservation instinct about this.
Yeah. Okay.
I will absolutely resummon him just to murder him if he fucks me over.
Yeah. Okay. So you send out a ghost to do some investigation for you. Okay. What else would you like to do?
Well, we can we can talk about this for a moment because the underworld not having information about this does suggest that these women are probably alive. Surely, if it's a lot of deaths, some of them would have ended up in the underworld.
That stands to reason, yes.
Yes. Definitely. I suspect they're still alive and just being... You asked about the women.
Yes.
We never asked about the children. That goes into really weird spaces. Never mind.
I am fairly sure unborn children do not go to the underworld. Fairly sure.
I don't remember enough of the metaphysics of the setting, so I'm gonna back off from those questions.
As far as I remember, in Exalted, the soul is the body upon the first breath. So
I think
yes, right. Yeah.
So yes.
Right, it's literally called that, the first breath.
So
they might have a lower soul, though.
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
But that wouldn't go to the underworld.
Exactly. That would just stay here and cause problems on this side.
Yes.
Yep.
Hundreds of tiny, hungry ghosts.
Very.
Yeah. Let's hope not.
So on the other things we need to sort out, I'm gonna go outside the city and find and hunt down a rabbit or something, so we can give dinner to the kid.
I mean, you two need to eat, so yes, you can.
Yes, but my dinner plan is I become a cat and I find a mouse or a bird.
I can forage, and I'll actually teach Min to forage along with me.
Yes, but she's a growing kid. She needs meat.
Yeah, like if you want to bring in something for Min too, that would be highly appreciated.
So at some point, you'll have foreclosure abatement coming back in cat form with a rabbit in its mouth. Or maybe
thanks.
not. Maybe not cat at that point. It's slightly larger. Feline
A big
of some
cat.
kind. Yes.
Yeah, you managed to find some rabbits and whatever.
Delightful. I'm actually going to I'm not going to do the grave thing tonight because I realized that with the I did not spend a lot of essence, so I don't actually need to sleep in a grave tonight.
You can sleep in your palanquin instead.
Yeah.
I mean, we wanted to stay up anyways, right? Didn't we want to ask more of the ancestor spirits about their opinions and stuff?
I mean, we surely could do that. I could also just walk. We could also just walk around the incense district with a spirit vision on. But honestly, I think former Governor Wu has got it covered. You know, he has. I assume he has some sway in the ghostly community. He knows who to ask stuff.
Yeah.
We should do what we're good at.
Okay. See, I was just thinking that maybe we wanted to also generally know the ghost stance on the altar and stuff, like how they feel about it and such.
All right. That actually makes sense. That might be an interesting question, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just ask Wu about it when he gets back to us.
Good idea.
In the meantime, I'm sure there's still someone we haven't talked to. For example, the Censor and Noyan Tomo, the mercenary horse archer leader. I don't know if they can tell us a lot about disappearing people.
Might still be worth a try. I mean, we're waiting anyways.
I suppose that's true. Let me just quickly check if I have any more useful charms here. A corpse shrapnel retribution is probably not the one.
Yeah, no. Maybe
So
also don't use.
Should we do a brief pause so you guys can figure out what to do, what to use, and then we can come back to it?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, pausing. And we're back. So, what have you guys thought of on what you want to do?
Foreclosure abatement is going to pretend to be a pregnant woman and get themselves kidnapped.
Okay. So, what charm are you using for that?
I'm using brain wards. Changing plumage mastery. I first spend one mode and do appearance plus presence difficulty 6 roll, which is an appearance roll for me because I have 0 presence.
Yeah,
so 5 dice, difficulty 6.
It's a good thing you're hot. That makes it easier to masquerade as a pregnant woman.
Yes. I succeed. I'm now looking like a woman, and then another roll to another activation of the charm to grow a belly that looks somewhat like a pregnant belly. Then I'm gonna need some clothes that fit. Calamities, can you buy me some clothes?
I'm sure that can be arranged.
And I succeeded the second roll too.
Yeah,
it is.
You can.
It is a bit late, but I'm sure we'll find someone who will open the
Otherwise,
store
I'll acquire the
if we
clothes
come knocking.
myself. Except, I'd rather not. I already changed shape. I should have got the clothes first.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure if Sierra goes knocking, they'll open the store for her. She's very convincing.
Yeah, you managed to acquire some clothes.
I did it on my true form, so the changes are permanent.
Okay. Something. Pregnant Elsa and Spider-Man and so on, so on.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
Pregnant Elsa crying at the dentist. There we go.
Yeah. So, okay. You managed to acquire clothes through, monetary means. You have someone that's pregnant. It's still late evening / nighttime, unless you guys want to fast forward time.
No, it's
do
fine.
what will.
We'll do it that
No,
night.
this seems about the right time frame to do this sort of thing.
Yep.
Sure thing.
I think the only thing we need to figure out is how will you get the information about your whereabouts to us?
I'll come back.
I suppose.
Like, keeping a lunar in a cage is not easy.
That's
sort of a limit roll.
Oh boy.
Is it a limit roll?
Or maybe not in this system.
I think if I was caged, it probably would be limit. But talking about it, probably not.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, and if all else fails, I can just summon your ghost.
All
We're
right.
assuming we'll leave a ghost behind. But anyway.
Well, depends how well you've been, buried, I guess. Maybe some zenith will come by and just sanctify your corpse, and there'll be no ghost left behind.
I will slap Sierra silly if she does that.
Okay. So how much time would you actually devote to this stakeout? Because, unless you expect this to, instantly to be bagged, this probably will take some time.
That's true. But, we are waiting for Governor Wu anyway, right? We could also go talk to the other Governor Wu in the meantime. No, wait, we should not split the party. Let's not split the party. That's no good.
So what? The other two of you will be just on the opposite side of the dark alley, just looking at it with your entourage of zombies and a giant goat. That look inconspicuous.
No, we're gonna be elsewhere. We're gonna be nowhere near that. That would just not make any sense. We're not very good at stealth, I don't think.
Yeah, I figure we give it the night.
Yeah. That seems reasonable.
Just about.
What I'm curious about is what... Sorry.
Calamities and I can kind of like nap in shifts, perhaps, if we really need to recoup some energy.
That makes sense. We do have a palanquin to nap in. So yeah, we'll just move about town in the palanquin with the zombies pretending to be busy.
Mm-hmm.
As you do.
Sure. So you take the palanquin for a ride. Meanwhile, Focus Abatement is trying to get kidnapped as a pregnant woman. Okay. So I guess you spend the night there. I guess the people that are actually resting, whatever you can recover your willpower. So make sure to recover your ascent based on your sunset sunrise thing as needed.
Yes. Yeah, you require. Did we do the transformation before or after sunset?
Since you summoned Ghost first, the Ghost required to be night. This after sunset.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
good
I
point.
think I'm not recovering the essence I spent on that. Cool.
There's willpower. There's willpower. Alright, I forgot. I also have to spend one to do magic, so I'm back where I started.
Okay. So I guess our Lunar doesn't recover willpower because they are not sleeping. And yeah.
Nope.
Okay,
I also haven't
so
spent any, so.
okay, fair enough. It's okay. Fourclaws stays up in the alley, tries to look as vulnerable, something as possible. Like, oh yeah, which district would you like to stay in?
Did we get any information on which district the women were being kidnapped from?
Mother Fuhan generally told you that they don't. There doesn't seem to be any. It's kind of like profile of the women that are being kidnapped. Some of them are highborn, some of them are lowborn. They seem to be kind of random.
Okay,
So,
I'll be in the red light district, whatever that one is called.
so that's the
Silver?
Flower District.
Yes,
Flower.
the
Oh yeah,
Flower
flower.
District.
That's flower.
Okay, so in the Flower District, yeah, you see a number of people coming out of the various brothels and what have you, various tea houses late at night. Yeah, a good number of them are the local guards and other things. Like, in general, over here, you don't see as many, like some ne'er-do-wells, what have you, not that many people trying to, steal from people or mug them or whatever at night. Like, sure, maybe one or two people like that. But, it seems that with the higher guard presence around, this is one of the neater districts, I guess, because of that. And in general, not that many people harass you, like nothing out of the ordinary. Maybe the drunkard tries to hit on you or something, but you quickly deal with them, what have you, and yeah, you remain unkidnapped as the sun rises.
I've never been so disappointed.
Never been so disappointed to not be kidnapped.
I know.
Well.
Yeah, probably the closest that did anything shady with you. Like, oh, assume that you're trying to solicit some clients here.
I mean, after a manner of speaking.
Yeah. But since I don't think that's what you were after, then yeah.
So I suppose you find us.
Yep.
So no good, huh?
Nope. Apparently nobody wants to kidnap. How would you not want to kidnap this? Taking some kind of pose.
Yes, well, the world will never know, I suppose. Okay, we're clearly missing something.
So
we're
it's not
clearly
just the
missing
pregnancy.
something. Yeah.
Maybe they have to be pregnant by a certain person or by some certain people.
Or maybe whatever mystical thing draws them in, realize that this is not actually really pregnant, as I say, as I poke the belly.
Could
maybe
be
you
a
were
spirit
too far
involved.
along. You were too far along or not far long enough.
Yes. Well, we don't know anything. We need to gather more information. Who do we think could know more about this? I think maybe Royal Censor Liang might be someone, because it's his job to be on top of things.
Sure, let's go and try to talk to this guy.
It's true. Maybe this man also knows about the census.
I'm gonna
Maybe
go
it
back
is
being a
sus.
cat. This is heavy.
Why did they do this in my true form?
Because I don't
Anyway.
have any other human forms.
Well,
that can be fixed.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Take a zombie, murder it, eat its heart's blood, become a pregnant zombie.
Just no.
Oh boy.
That's two zombies for the price of one.
Nope.
Yes, note to self: add pregnant zombie to retinue.
Okay.
Just to fuck with people.
Okay. So, as far as I remember, the Governor Young, the Royal Censor, what was his name? Liang, was it?
Liang, yes.
Liang.
He supposedly hangs out in the Flower District, which is very appropriate.
Yeah. So you're already here. Yeah. You take a little bit to figure out, which tea house he's staying in, and so on and so on. But yeah. And as you're looking at, you see something strange. You are expected to see those carrions and what have you because they're surrounding Calamity and what have you. But 7 new ones land kind of in a synchronized fashion across 7 different buildings, and they start dancing in a weird, perfect synchronized motion. Do you guys do anything about this?
Wait, sorry. I
What?
didn't quite get what was happening.
Okay. 7 blackbirds land on 7 different buildings and start dancing in unison.
Calamities. That looks like spooky sorcerer shit.
Those
Yes.
are some weird birds. Yeah.
Sorry. I'm a cat. Meow, 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 meow.
Yes, I would like to see if this omen means anything to me.
Sure. Roll your perception occult unless you have something more specific.
I have intelligence occult. No, it's fine. Let's see. Come on. Right, I am already in the Dicebot channel. That's why I can't find it.
Yeah.
Jeez. That's
You are
difficulty
already
8.
Well, I guess I'm firing up the Excellency then.
Pachoo.
Would hate to fail at this. Let's see. That's 5 successes.
Okay. This is some kind of bad omen, and this seems to be connected to the altar of heavens, various curses it sends down the town. More minor than the storms. It seems that it's punishing many things in different ways.
Can I deduce who it might be targeting this at?
From what you've got about the altar of heaven, is not targeting anyone. It's targeting the society that lets the sins happen.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay.
Wait, so this is a form of punishment? The dancing birds?
I'd say it's like a warning, probably.
As you were saying that, there's a mist starts going out from all the birds and starts sweeping this square you're on.
Uh-oh.
This is also not how mist normally works. Where's Min right now?
Min's probably safe in the palanquin.
And we are between the mist and the between the mist and the palanquin.
Yeah, you're in the square, so the mist will soon reach you.
All right. I kind of make myself ready to defend the palanquin with Min in it. Because gotta keep her safe.
Everybody, make sure you stay inside the mob of zombies.
So is the mist coming out in every direction from the birds? Like,
yes, it's coming. Yeah, out of from where the birds are outwards. Yeah, towards the filling up the square.
I'm gonna approach the mist a bit and kind of sniff it.
It smells of some sort of rotten essence. And yeah, as you're quickly looking about, it starts rotting all the cloth and leather and what have you. Pretty much it's organic, any food stuff just rots away where it lands.
Hey, that's my thing. How dare you?
Meow.
It's a death thing.
I'm gonna try and reach one of the birds and eat it. Well, murder it.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe.
Roll me dexterity brawl.
Sure.
See how quick you can get to the bird. Difficulty 7.
Okay, so that's 9 dice because I'm a cat.
Sierra has a bow.
7.
I do have a bow. Can make
That's
my own
5
arrow.
successes. Sorry, 6 successes because I'm gonna ignore that one.
6. Okay, so yeah, as the mist, as you notice what the mist is trying to do, you quickly jump up on one of the roofs of the buildings and just jump at the bird, and yeah, it quickly puffs into some of the essence and not much else. All the other birds similarly seem to move the same way as you're moving this bird. So all of them seem to be attacked by some invisible cats, and all of them die. The mist stop, but you're struck by a lightning. Soak 2 aggravated damage.
Ow.
Sorry, 2 aggravated damage.
Yeah.
Oof, all right.
So stamina difficulty 8, as far as I remember, is the aggravated soak.
That seems about right.
That should be right.
So, what's my soak right now? I'm a cat. My soak sucks. Yes, my soak is 2. This is gonna hurt a lot.
Your soak is 2. Oh,
I'm a
no.
cat.
What kind of full moon are you?
I mean, do you want me to?
Full moon.
Do you want me?
No, we get it. You're not that
become a giant were-tiger because I can soak a lot better in that. But
alas, it's too late.
2 dice difficulty.
Also, this is
lightning does
cat
not wait for
slander.
you.
Ow! Hey, I soak one of them.
Nice.
So you're just a slightly singed cat.
So I'm not in penalties yet.
Very good.
Okay.
Oh, dear.
Who who's good at soaking damage? Me.
Also me, if I'm not a cat.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay, but
I was a cat. Yeah.
That was weird. Nobody mentioned anything like this before, have they?
No, and it seemed so directly aimed at us.
Yeah.
You see someone that's got that wave of rotten assets, sweeping over them, and now their clothes have rotted away. They're embarrassed by it as they're, trying to cover themselves up with something.
Wait, what? Their clothes. Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
I take my vest off and walk over to them to hand it to them so that they have literally anything.
Oh, thank you.
No problem. Take care, okay?
Oh, I will. Oh, yeah, you can hear some people murmuring that, it's like the curse of heaven, and so on and so on. And, yeah.
Come back meowing outrageously at being struck by lightning. It's undignified.
Poor kitty. Sierra immediately comes to you and gently picks you up and pets you.
Meow.
Yeah, I know. This was just unfair.
Could someone weaponize the altar against us? But it could also be a coincidence. Hard to say.
Could be. And
it should
wouldn't
not
hurt.
directly target us. It just shouldn't. That is not how it works.
That, and also, I mean, when I touched the altar, it felt more like, especially towards me, there was a certain affinity, probably just because of the orichalcum, but, felt like getting along well with someone. Not necessarily best friends kind of well, but just someone you're happy to see around when you bump into each other,
Okay, so it was targeted at me, if anything.
You think?
I mean, if it were to target people, which it shouldn't, I would probably be pretty high up on the list. I point at zombie number 12.
Zombie number 12 goes, right.
All right.
He's uncomfortable being singled out.
Well, I suppose. But in that case, this is a big mistake they made, because I'm not gonna let anyone touch you.
Yes, well, I appreciate that. Anyway, let us continue to our meeting with Liang and hope this doesn't repeat.
Yeah, it better not.
You can go and see Governor Liang. I'm going to take a quick pause here, and we're back. Okay, so you go into one of the nicer tea houses in the flower district, and you meet Governor Liang. Sorry, I missed it. Royal Censor Liang. Yeah, too many characters on the same. He is what looks like a jolly, roly-poly fellow with a hawkish nose and have you. He's currently talking to one of the waiters there, it seems, chatting up, making some sort of jokes and have you, just enjoying his tea. And he's dressed very well. He looks like a man of means and what have you, and definitely like a government official, like the highest rankings. And so,
aspect marks, like any obvious aspect markings.
Well, roll me perception and occult. Difficulty 6, let's say.
This is probably a different scene, right? Wait, different scene doesn't matter. Minutes matter. My bad. It's definitely over.
Yeah.
So that's 8. Difficulty 6.
Yeah.
Well, 3 successes.
3 successes. He has somewhat pronounced aspect markings.
So, what fun things could they have? Maybe some slight bark-like structures on his skin. Maybe.
Say airwood.
Air.
I heard air.
Oh, air. Sorry.
He's probably got pale skin, pale hair, or maybe just the air is slightly chilly around him.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe he just leaves what are they called? Ice bloom and ice flowers? I don't know if that's a thing. On everything. Whatever. Cool guy. Cool, calm and collected, surely.
I think they're called frost flowers. Ice flowers or frost flowers.
Well then. Should I make first impression? Probably. I love doing that.
Yeah, you're the best behaved out of all of us.
Sure. Well, I walk into the room and I say to no one in particular, "Behold, the face of death. Does it make you crave the end? Do you wish to embrace it? It is only natural."
A lot of people, pretty much everybody in this room, looks at you, some bewildered, some a bit, afraid. Meanwhile, the Cecil looks at you, just smirks and starts clapping, like, "Oh my, what an entrance!"
Thank you very much.
Syrah just applauds, like, you always have such a way with words.
The cat is face palming.
I need
you
the
must
cat
be
to
the
stop
1,000.
complaining me.
Yeah, so you must be the 1,000 Crimson Calamities. My, what an honor to meet you.
Attentive fella.
Oh, and I guess you're Syrah then.
True. Good guess.
Ah. Well, what a pleasure to meet you. Come, sit.
Syrah holds out a hand to shake his.
He gladly takes your hand and, I know, kisses it, I suppose, as is befitting of the, local customs.
Syrah looks incredibly confused. Like he might as well have stripped naked in front of her. She's not used to this at all. And she just stares at her hand in bewilderment when he lets go of it.
Yep.
Yeah, Calamities pulls Syrah down to sit. Well, you certainly seem well informed.
Well, it befits my station to be, in the know of what's going on, especially with such high divinities coming into the city.
Well, sounds like you're exactly the man we need to talk to.
Well, let's have some refreshments and, let's see what I can help you with. He orders whatever you guys want, and
Yeah.
the waitresses bring in teas, some cookies, or what have you, other refreshments, and so on.
Syrah immediately stuffs some cookies into a little pouch to bring them to Min later.
Yeah. Wow, I thought you knew etiquette, but oh well.
Maybe I do. Maybe I just don't care about it.
Maybe Sarah just wants some later.
Yeah.
You can't stuff the wet pastries down your pouch. At least you shouldn't. So, you take the dry ones.
Mm-hmm.
Sensible. Well, obvious question first. What do you think about the altar of heaven? Heaven's altar? What is it called again? God damn it.
The altar of heaven.
Ah, yes, the altar of heaven.
Got it in one.
Well, it certainly brought a lot of hubbub to this town. Definitely stirred things that, it's making the life here really unpleasant, and it brought a lot of attention both from the regent's court as well as other circles, I suppose. Well, this isn't the only altar of heaven in Dolombai. This isn't something that's unheard of, but definitely at this scale of what's going on here, this is a precedent, at least in this generation.
Are you saying it is not unique?
Well, this isn't the only artifact left by the True King in the Dolombai. No, there are others similar to it. in different places, in different towns. Definitely the capital has one of those as well. It's protection from any foul sorcery and have you.
I see.
Not all of them are active, of course. I mean, not many places maintain it, but from what I heard, that this front especially needs extra protection against the Rakshasa, those borders.
Yes. It is certainly impressive that this thing is running at all after all this time.
Well, generations of very faithful people maintaining it, don't have you. Such things happen when a well-functioning democracy, well-functioning kingdom. What do you think of the Altar of Heaven?
Meow, 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 meow. Hiss!
Not a big fan.
Oh, how come?
I am reserving judgment for now.
Well, the altar of heaven literally brainwashes some people and kind of, currently at least, punishes everyone for what cannot be absolutely everyone's sins. That doesn't sound like it works right, doesn't it?
Oh, the opera. Definitely such a weird thing to happen, no? Well, maybe not unheard of, but it's definitely a dreadful end to someone's existence. But, well, we can't make these as we want, so we accept, the grace we've given with, the gifts, I suppose, and have to live with the consequences.
Have you looked into what
suppose
might
we
be
do.
causing it? Sorry.
What might be causing the storms? Well, I have many theories, but, I wouldn't be doing my job if I'd be baselessly accusing people for, causing such things.
All right, but we are trying to find some suspects to fairly investigate. So it would be very helpful if you could share your suspicions with us.
What have you found out so far?
Come again?
What have you found out so far?
You first.
We would rather not poison the well here.
Exactly.
Do we need to persuade him to give us info before we share what we know?
Because if so, I am your gal.
Yeah, I think this is like both of the sides having like a Canadian style, like, no, you first, and so on, so on. So like, yes, let's roll charisma. Is that persuasion or something like that in this system? Let me look at the
Presence. I think usually that's just presence.
How does my charm? Oh yeah, let me just real quick read up on the charm again. If I remember correctly, so long as I give a deeply convinced argument, it should work out okay. Let me see.
What charm are you looking at?
I'm looking at listener swaying argument.
Let's see. Reduce difficulty of all social rolls by most of the rest of the scene. That's it.
Oh. Wow.
Then you can make this roll easier for yourself.
Nice. So spend conviction. One more. Possible to ignore. All right.
That is just about the most solar charm I have ever seen.
Yeah, you recommended it to me when I created the character, and I didn't take it yet. So now I'm belatedly listening to you. Okay, so that is charisma and persuasion.
So presence. Socialize if you want to be doing it more in like a social path to who should be talking first and so on.
Nah, I'm gonna go for presence, charisma, and presence.
Yeah.
It's 5, 8.
Okay, so difficulty is resulted at 7. What's your willpower?
My willpower is now it tops out at 7, and I think right now I have like 5. I think I used 2
you
last
max so 7. He has a special first meeting attitude, which basically also allows difficulty of all social roles by 2, but only for the first time you meet them. So it comes up to the same.
Oh, wow.
So he rolled 8 successes.
Damn.
What difficulty do I have?
Your difficulty is 7. With your listening sewing argument, that would be a 5.
All right. Oh my
Close.
goodness.
Dang it.
6 successes.
Nice.
Not enough.
Should have added the excellency on top.
Man,
He did.
that was a good
Damn.
roll.
Yeah, he deserved that one.
Hey, we are at a stalemate, so yeah. No, we are not. He has more success than me. Dang it.
Yes.
Yeah, so as much as you're trying to force him to talk first with your charisma and your attitude in general, he manages to impose on all of you that it would be socially impolite for him to go first because of his station, and you acquiesce to going first.
Yes, well, we are currently following up on a lead about missing pregnant women. The altar has the altar seems to be punishing some kind of large-scale carnal crime, and we have found out that pregnant women have been going missing for a while now, and there doesn't seem to be any pattern in who gets abducted except for the pregnancy part. So they come from all walks of life. And that seems like a strong connection. Does that tell you anything?
That is certainly a lot of dreadful information to be learning. Such women going missing. That seems that someone's preying on the weak here. Okay. He thinks for a second. No. That's what. Okay. He thinks for a second. Like he pretty much tells you that at the moment he doesn't have any one suspect in mind. He has some suspicions, but he doesn't have certainly yet. Let's see. I'm just reading up on exactly what he wants here. Okay, let's go on. Well, there is, though, one document which I think might be pointing the culprit, but unfortunately, I would need help in retrieving it before someone takes it and alters it.
Meow?
Well,
to continue.
In the governor's private library, he keeps some various documents portraying to his station and what have you. And one of them seems to be indicating some financial relation that may be pertinent to what's going on, something that might be pointing to some blame to be shared there. And, well, I did manage to have a quick look at it when I was investigating the library, but I can't go back there and secure the document because I was under scrutiny of one of the governor's personal aides. So if I try to ask them for the document, they'll certainly make sure it's missing.
Oh, I know someone who could do something about that, certainly. If you can tell us exactly what you need, we can probably procure it. But what exactly makes you so suspicious about it?
Well, it's a document that to exactly when the storm started, and definitely there could be some clue to what caused it on that specific day. I mean, if it's something large enough caused by the governor or what have you, then probably there'll be a clue there.
Well, that is not the worst lead I've heard. Sounds like it's worth checking out. Do you have anything else that points to the governor?
Well, I mean, there are a lot of people that vouch the governor is definitely not being the best the local people. It definitely seems to be exploiting his position here for, well, his little war games. Have you heard, his story?
Well, yes, but we are more interested in your take on his story.
Well, he used to be a general in the Patron front, which is not this border, but the other border that the Dunbar is fighting at. But he was recalled from the front and had to be assigned here in disgrace. I mean, this is pretty much a backwater in comparison to where he was at. But he still behaves as if he's fighting that war. He extracts the wealth and the produce of this town, all that iron and silver this whole place produces, and donates it to the front that he used to fight in.
Mm.
Even though this isn't his station anymore.
But I take it is not a crime?
Well, it's definitely not illegal, but, not sure whether he's enriching someone else at that front, maybe. Maybe this goes with you, but you couldn't see it from just looking at what's going on in this location.
Right. We should probably read his intentions.
Okay.
This is, again, not my strong suit. Perception, empathy. Zero should definitely try that.
Yeah, I can.
And I think like he has been giving us enough openings to try read intentions, right?
Yeah, you definitely can do that. Let's see, where is the read intentions in this social influence? There we go. So yeah, perception and empathy versus difficulty. I'm going to say it's a difficulty 7.
Okay, in that case, I should probably add some dice. Otherwise, it gets dicey.
Well, if you don't have dice, then it will be dicey.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah. Get more dice. Always more dice.
Gonna toss out one more
Dice are
mote.
like lacquer.
Goes in combat.
Excellency of the blazing sun.
Exactly. So this is 5 modes now. Dang, I'm running out.
Really? It was dawn. Remember, you got essence plus 4 back.
Oh, in that case, I should be pretty topped up again.
Yep.
I'll do that calculation after this. For now, I get 8 dice. What's the difficulty?
7.
All right, thanks. Well, that's 2 successes because the 1 doesn't count.
Okay. 2 successes. What does that reveal again? Sense of honesty, the proclivity or motives that are more complicated than they appear. He's definitely not telling you everything as to his motivation. He's not lying about like where the governor is at, like where the governor might be coming from, and what have you. But he's definitely not telling you everything that's going on at this moment.
You know, sir, you can tell us everything.
But yeah,
Like, please do, actually.
I mean, I don't want to bore you with the tiny details, all the little gossip that's going around in this whole town. I mean, everybody has their own motives. Everybody, has something that they want to gain. And, they just shut my ear off day and night. And, I don't want to be muddying the waters with every little insubstantial detail.
I feel like it is better to muddy the waters than to withhold information that we might have urgently needed to find the truth. People are at risk here, sir.
Okay. Would you like to persuade him?
Yes, I would like to.
Okay.
I think my little enhancement should still be in effect.
Yes,
right?
then the enhancement goes. So, okay, would this be an inconvenience or would this be an ordeal? Okay, what would you like him to do for you?
I would like him to be absolutely honest with, to share generally as much information as he can that could be helpful for us.
Okay, for him, that would be an ordeal because he's generally not that kind of person. Do you have anything you could cite as an intimacy to support your persuasion?
I assume that one of his intimacies is probably something about truth or correctness. So I hope to appeal to that.
I don't know if that's if that's a sensible assumption. That might be dangerous. Maybe we can instill one.
Or we can read his intentions to try and find an intimacy that fits.
Well, you already read intentions, and the situation hasn't changed, and he didn't roll enough to get intimacy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, he has an intimacy of get to the bottom of it, so you can try leveraging that. You managed to hit this. Okay, let me look at this.
All right.
Let's see.
Good stuff.
How does that affect my roll?
Oh, you get to make it. That's how it affects it.
Yes.
You get to try. Okay. That's what happens when you try to convince people to do an ordeal for you. You need an intimacy or their nature.
Dang it.
Yeah. I was thinking that. Does it.
That's another 6 successes, so let's see how he holds up.
Yeah. Okay. Well, he cites his nature of being a conniver to become immune to your persuasion here. because you're trying to get him to be honest while he wants to be a manipulator. No, he will intentionally start rattling off some details for you that are really small and insignificant, and then after a while it will pretty much start muddying waters and get you nowhere. Oh, this person says that, I don't know, the crops went bad and that's related. Some farmers are complaining, and then, some person said that, someone stole their cabbages, and obviously that's connected to this thing. Maybe everything just toppled over from all these, eventually the whole pot boiled over, or what have you, from all the sins everybody's doing. Someone's, saying that the neighbors, bad mouthing them, and so on. He starts taking out his notebooks and start rattling them off. And yeah.
Can we try to use this to deduce who he might be trying to defend? Who he's trying to divert attention from? That would probably be read intentions again.
Yeah, I mean, again, you've read intentions recently. He didn't give you anything to change.
All right.
What's going on?
All right.
Yeah. He says, okay. So he gives you the paper specifying exactly where the paper he's looking after is in the governor's building.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, he's ready to continue rattling off the facts if you guys are interested. But yeah.
Dang it. We can't invalidate his nature. This is difficult.
I would like to do a big old bluff.
Yeah.
Lean forward, look him in the eyes, and say, "So, why are you protecting Mother Han?"
Jesus Christ.
Okay. What would you like to get out of this? I guess you're trying to figure out whether he has an intimacy towards Mother Fu Han, I suppose, right?
Yes. I'm sorry if I got the name wrong.
No, that's fine. Okay, so roll me your read intentions. I guess difficulty is still 7.
Okay. Does the buff still apply, or would I have to reapply it now?
You mean your listener swing argument?
No,
that probably doesn't apply to read intentions anyway.
Yeah.
No, you mean the excellency?
Yes.
Would you let him talk for more than essence plus 1 minute? Listening of all the details he's found out.
That's
more
a long
than 3
time.
minutes?
Yeah. So chances are, you have to spend it again.
Okay. I will do that. I will just do that.
Okay.
Okay. Roll 8, 7.
Oh, 3
nice.
successes.
That's some 10s, and that 1 doesn't count. So
4
successes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, which let me double check what this gets. Read intentions. 3 more success reviews and intimacy. Okay. So he has an intimacy of reap benefits of your station. And he tells you, oh, wonderful. I mean, she's been such a very proactive citizen, aiding this whole investigation. I mean, she's made, numerous actions to let me, persuade people to give all the truth that they know. What have you?
So that's why you're leading us in circles around her. I see.
you think Mother Fuhan's, in this? I mean, sure, there are some people. I mean, there are lots of people that say that she is extorting money from the people and what have you, and that might be one of the leads. Definitely. I mean, I did mention this to you 5 minutes ago. You totally tuned out in between. Go
on. Honestly, yes, but also I do still get the strong feeling that you're still obfuscating something that you know would be relevant for us.
I've been nothing but truthful.
Oh, you have. You have told us the truth. There's just some of the truth that is probably not in there yet. And I do wonder if it's because you were expecting maybe some favors from Mother Fuhan?
No, I don't expect favors from Mother Fuhan. I mean, she made her intentions quite clear. She wants to do the governor in. I mean, if it wasn't obvious enough from all her dealings.
True. And you would probably reflect well on you if you busted a very corrupt governor.
I mean, certainly that would be a big scandal that would resonate in the Regency. If such a corrupt governor would be brought to justice, but we need evidence to go.
Especially in a city where corruption is such a huge deal as here because of the altar.
Like he looks you over. Do you look local or are you from somewhere else? You're from the realm, right?
Well, not quite. Like a satrapy, border.
Yeah, thank you, Bert.
Yeah, which kind of satrapy? Are it Eastern or from somewhere else?
I think southeastern it was. Yeah, the southeastern threshold.
Okay. So yeah, he looks you over like, well, corruption is rampant in many places where there's sufficient enough bureaucracy, whether it's the realm or regency or what have you. This town isn't more corrupt than anywhere else, really. It has two powers that try to exploit people.
Yes, but what I'm trying to get at is the idea that if you dispose the corrupt governor, and at the same time this horrible corruption punishing storm issue in this town stopped, you'd probably be regarded as a hero who saved this place. So I do feel like your intentions might line up a little bit much. Zira is trying to kind of like indirectly imply that he isn't actually interested in getting to the bottom of this. Maybe even trying to imply that he is responsible for what's happening, to kind of like rile him up a little.
Okay, I'd say that's another read intentions, and you can still apply your same excellence that you had to see whether he's responsible, whether he actually wants to solve the, or does he just want to reap the benefits forever.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 4 successes.
I haven't rolled yet.
Oh,
let's do another roll.
Yeah.
Rolling.
Wait, doesn't this count as social rolls?
No.
This is perception. You're not persuading him.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's 4 successes again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, let me maybe explain how this whole investigation is working. I've been sent here a few months back, and I need to solve this investigation. I cannot just blame it on the governor, go back to the capital and call it a day. And, if the storms won't be solved, then that's my head on the line. Because then I've done a sloppy job and I haven't solved the problem. I need to figure out how to solve this problem, how to make the storm stop, make everything go back to the way it was a year ago, and then I get to finish my investigation. So that's why I'm not trying to jump on conclusions, because if I make a mistake here and pin it on someone that's not it, and the investigation isn't finished, then my job isn't complete, and I'll have an egg on my face, if not worse. Pinning the governor. Yes.
Sorry. No, you go first.
Yeah, definitely. Mother Fuhan has been contributing to the investigation, but her pockets have her limit, and I'm not here on her behest. Whether governor is the one responsible, whether it's someone else, I still need to figure this out, and I do want to get to the bottom of this, or at least make this stop, so that we can wrap a neat bow around it, and I did my report, explaining what's going on, why this happened, and then everything can go back to normal. So no, I'm not here just to benefit myself. I'm not here to just make money. I'm here to do my job that involves solving what's going on.
It's difficult to use his nature against him. Like, how do you appeal to someone's nature as a lying bastard?
You convince them that you're pulling an even bigger con. Which they're not really built for doing so.
Syrah narrows her eyes a little at him and then looks over to Calamity. Is kind of like indirectly asking for her input with a glance.
Oh, not the right address for this.
Well, too bad.
And yeah, that he is interested in solving this problem, and also reaping the benefits of it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, he doesn't seem like he's the cause of it. Like, he even tells me, like, oh yeah, I got here like 4 months ago. The storms have been going on for like 8 months already. Obviously, I'm not the one that's causing them. So I'm the one that can for sure cross out from investigation.
Well, I think we're just going to take that for now, and maybe we can get more after we get the documents. I say we'll just go with that for now. So I'm going to say, well, thank you for your steadfastness in this situation.
It's always a pleasure. Like, he pretty much changes on a dime. He's a person from like being very serious, very stern, to like, okay, let's go back to being a jolly old fellow.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we will continue to count on you as we continue our investigation. Expect to hear from us soon.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this.
All right. I say we leave for now and do a little heist. Yeah.
Heist sounds good.
Or rather, you do the heist. Let's be real.
That's what I'm here for.
Perfect.
Yes.
It's okay.
You go get those documents, and then we'll see what else we can dig up.
Yep.
Should we maybe also talk to the governor again?
I mean, you could do it at the same time. Confront the governor. Meanwhile, the heist is going on in the background. He's distracted.
That might actually be a good idea. Let's do that.
Yeah, that's pretty smart.
Okay. Let's see. So, yeah, you go towards the Banner district where the governor's palace is, quote unquote. Let's see. So, yeah, on the way there, you see that, you go to the marketplace, what have you, and you overhear some person loudly complain that Mother Fuhan's her amount of guild fears are too high, and he's trying to move into selling ham. He can't afford the fees while he's selling cabbages and what have you.
Okay.
Oh no, his cabbages.
Indeed. His cabbages.
This guy named Cloth Merchant Boo is selling cabbages, and he wants to be selling cloth.
What a tragic life.
Yes.
Maybe less tragic than many of the other ones you had, but it happens.
Yeah, Sierra is not interested in this one for once.
Let's move on.
Okay, so you get to the palace, and maybe let's take a quick break here and prep everything for the heist and chat.
Yep.
And we're back. Okay, so you make it to the governor's palace. Once again, this place is still under the purview of Altar of Heaven, so any essence you spend, you have to spend an extra essence.
Yep.
And sure, the government will see you. This is currently in the afternoon. As far as I remember, the tax ship is currently being shipped out of the docks. In the meantime, from Mother Fuhan's quest that you guys just ignore because you don't need anything for her anymore. And so for close abatement, how do you go around about this heist?
Well, I assume we got a paper that describes the thing we want to steal, right?
Yes. Can you read?
Yes.
Perfect. And I guess you know the local tongue, so you managed to figure out how where this thing will be roughly. Who did the library heist last time? I think it was it Calamities? I think.
Wait, did we go to the library? Was that a thing?
I'm not sure.
No, I think that was at Mother Fuhan, so we looked at books.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think I'm covering it because I'm also running the other season in parallel, and they went to the library. Okay.
Nice.
So, 4 class. How do you go about this? Do you sneak in around as a pregnant woman, or?
No. That's way too visible. I'm going around as a cat.
Okay.
So
I guess roll dexterity stealth to be inconspicuous as a cat.
Yep. So I also have a couple of charms that may help, not necessarily change
I'm listening.
but I have a rat head technique, which means I can spend a mode to escape any restraint and squeeze through spaces too small for me to fit through. So I can, sneak under doors or through cracked windows or anything like that.
Yeah. As we all know, cats are liquid, so yes.
Also, I can climb anything with spider climbing technique. So, stealth.
I'm going to give you difficulty 6 because of all the powers you have for, bypassing everything.
Stealth, plus 2 dice because I'm a cat, and a cat is stealthy.
Yeah.
So that's 11 dice because a cat is less agile than I am naturally. 6. Cats are only Dex 4. That was 8 successes.
Wait, are you telling me the pregnant woman would be more agile than the cat?
Yes.
This is amazing.
Yeah, and then she could
Especially with
squeeze through
the
any crack.
Yes. She also can squeeze through any crack.
Okay. Now, you masterfully squeeze as a cat, going through cracks in the floors and in the walls and what have you, and you just like T1000 this, and you get to the library. Meanwhile, Crimson Calamities and Syrah, you go to, the governor's seeing you, he welcomes you, this are stuff of last time, he offers some tea, some have you, or like remembers what kind of drinks you drank last time and offers that to you.
Mm-hmm.
And asks you like, what can he do for you?
Well, we have spoken to several people all over town about this altar situation. And
Splendid. What have you learned?
well, they all have strong opinions about the altar and what to do with it. Especially Sage Fei and Prince Zhao, who seem to be very much at odds with one another. And I figured it would probably be useful to get your input on that entire situation. This seems to be a spiritual conflict that has been brewing for quite a while. What do you think about these two?
Well, Prince Zhao is a parasite. I'd love to exchange him for a cheaper prince because he's draining the coffers around here for his upkeep. I bet we could find someone that costs less money to maintain the altar of heaven. And meanwhile, Sage Fei, she is a very learned woman. She's definitely more sagely than many of the men I've talked with. I personally don't spend too much time contemplating the pattern myself, but I'm sure some people love spending their time with that. So I don't have that many stories about her. It's good on her that she is what she is. She's definitely an exemplar and a paragon of virtue.
Okay, that should be a very easy read intentions roll.
Sure. Read intentions. Difficulty 5.
Syrah, maybe? Or should I? Am terrible.
Well, you're the one talking to him, so maybe you roll.
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, Syrah is also here and hearing all this, so...
Yes,
All
but is Syrah manipulative enough to try to suss out the governor?
I think she should be perceptible enough to realize what he's going on about. But oh well, it's fine. I can try, and I will probably not succeed. We'll see. Oh well, that's 1. That's not nothing.
Okay. That's what it is. Okay. So you roll 1. You know that he's pretty much telling the truth that he doesn't like the prince. Like he has to tolerate him, but he'd rather have anyone else. Pretty much. As for the sage, he doesn't really care about her all that much. Like, okay, she seems to be a nice person from what everyone's telling him. It's like, okay, yeah, sure, sage one, go, yay. He doesn't care about her.
Interesting. Well, so like I get the feeling that he isn't lying about his reasons for like disliking Zhao or not like caring much for.
From what you can tell at a glance, that he definitely has some negative feelings, not as much as maybe an intimacy or what have you, but he definitely thinks very lowly of him.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that is certainly a very what's the word?
Biased, opinionated.
It's difficult to I guess pragmatic. That's a fairly pragmatic way of thinking about it. I take it you're not a spiritual man.
Well, I am a military person. Spiritual matters don't matter as much to me unless I'm fighting some sort of ghosts or gods or elementals, what have you. I mean, I have priests to give the proper offerings to the gods of war and what have you. I don't personally engage in such matters beyond what's reasonably expected of anyone on my station to do. I observe the prayer calendar and what have you. I attend various religious ceremonies and rituals as, befitting the immaculate philosophy. But this isn't my hobby. This isn't my passion. I am more interested in the military matters.
I strongly agree. War is a serious matter and needs one's full attention, does it not?
Certainly. I mean, if you're at war and you're not paying your full attention, you'll be dead soon. So,
very true. We have also learned more about these upright you have in the Mulberry district. And I am wondering, what do you think of them? Would you like to have more of them? Less of them?
The uprights in the Mulberry district are a problem we have to put up with because of the altar. It takes effort to quarantine them. It's really nerve-wracking for any official that has to go in and perform the duties in that district. But if you manage to walk around them, they are perfect citizens. They pay their fair taxes. They don't cheat. They don't steal and what have you. So we don't need to worry about them being a problem at all. Personally, I wouldn't wish this curse on anyone. Maybe my enemies, but I don't see that many of them around here, so that's not an issue.
It is interesting, isn't it, that being perfectly virtuous citizens does not make them particularly easy to control.
I mean, if you're an official, you can make official decrees and they will follow them to the letter. They're really obedient that way. Very convenient, but sometimes, you need that spark of ingenuity. Sometimes you need someone that probes and prods and what have you and gets to the bottom of what's going and, have things to sort themselves out rather than just let the status quo continue as is.
Yes,
they are embodied stagnation, aren't they? Like, they only ever can live the status quo and uphold it.
Yeah, I think you put it quite well. Like, sometimes on the battlefield, you have to know when the order you give in is bad, and you have to disobey it for the betterment of your people and for the war itself. Sometimes a new situation arises and you need to be able to capitalize on it, even if it's not the order you're given. You need that flexibility that they are lacking.
Sometimes you need to put empathy over the law.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Guess I would agree with that.
Sierra actually gives him like a very genuine warm smile because okay, he doesn't seem too bad, even though he did insult her new bae.
Well, but we didn't come here to talk philosophy.
Then why did you come here? And I guess on that we can switch back to our cat. So, Forklaus, you are in the library. It is stacked full of scrolls and some big ledgers and have you.
Yep.
Okay, roll me perception and bureaucracy to find that specific scroll you needed.
Cool. Perception bureaucracy.
Difficulty 8, let's say. This is a particularly well-kept thing, and I'm not sure whether you're that good at your decimal system.
I'm gonna spend a willpower
That you can.
to lower the difficulty to 7. And that's about all I can do to help here. And roll my 3 dice.
Didn't your excellency also improve your stuff?
I don't have an excellency for perception.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah. Sorry.
Lunars.
Difficulty 7.
Full moon lunar specifically.
I botch.
Okay.
No, I did roll a 10, so I don't think that's a botch. But I do not have any successes left over.
Let me double check how botches work. Botching. If botch is no success at all and also produces once, it is a botch. So yeah, you rolled a success, but you generate. Yeah, you roll success, but you have more ones, so it is just a failure.
Yep.
Okay, so you spend a good amount of time here, so much so someone comes in and will be an issue for you to deal with if you continue doing stuff. Okay. In the meantime, at the governance thing, so what are you here for?
Well, there is also the matter of finances. We have heard from several accounts that some people do not trust the way you make financial decisions, and we would like some more information about that. What are you like? What do the taxes you raise actually go towards?
Well, I know it's not a popular opinion, but it is my power to raise emergency taxes, to get more money, and send them down to the Regency to support the war on the patron front. That's where taxes are going. Like, even right now, the quarterly shipment of taxes being loaded in and being sent down to support that war front. Because I believe that the resources are better spent there, an active war that the Regency is currently having, than there's being hoarded here by the iron merchants and peasants and what have you in this Cold War that we're having here with the fair folk.
Mm-hmm.
Does that answer your question?
But what if something damaged the altar and, you need some stuff against the fair folk? Would you be able to protect the village?
If something damaged the altar, well, I hope it will be able to get fixed. If not, that will be a big problem, and probably some heads will start rolling for whoever, they're against that altar. And, well, so far we've been able to hold up any fair folk incursions into our lands. So far, on the tenure here for the last few years, it's been quiet. I believe we'll be able to hold out, but it's, maybe the immortal beings there are just waiting and biding their time until something happens to the altar, and then they'll attack in force. This will be the first time something like that happened.
How many of them can there even be by this point?
I'm sending spies into the Ractines because they probably wouldn't come back. The fair folks are very mercurial, they're hard to read, and sometimes you don't know whether a fair folk is actually a fair folk or whether the furniture is alive or what have you. So the numbers are unknowable, and from what I hear, that if you go far enough into the edge of creation, there's an infinite amount of them. So,
well, not quite infinite. Growing, most likely.
I mean,
but well,
is there an edge to the wild? Is there an end to their scourge?
Well, if there weren't, creation would lie in ruins, but it does not. The Belorian Crusade most likely cannot happen again. If it could, it would have.
Someone should go check.
Maybe they're like someone to organize them, but I don't know. I'm not a fair folk expert. This is beyond my thing. I just know that I'm here to hold this fort and bring cold iron everywhere.
Yes, they are certainly capable of causing trouble here. So your caution is warranted, I would say.
Yes, I actually briefly wondered if, they could actually be behind this somehow, maybe trying to sort of overcharge the altar or to weaponize it against this place.
I mean, I certainly wouldn't put it past them. It would definitely be a strange phenomenon. We don't have any evidence of the fair folk being in the city. We try to keep a close watch at all such goings on, and so far I've not seen any such things, even the regional walls. In the wilderness, in the borders between the Ractine Confederacy and the Dunbai Regency, yes, you see them. Sometimes there's some small incursions, some small war bands going on, but they don't reach our walls.
Yes, and certainly if they could simply infiltrate into the city, then what good is the altar?
Yeah. I believe that the altar is keeping us all safe, and it seems to be doing its job quite well, because so far we haven't seen any fair folk here, and there are no records of them ever coming into the city. As far as the records go, which over time the books fade and things get lost, but no records.
Have you heard of the incident in the flower district this morning?
I think I had a report. He said in the paper. Oh yes, some crows landed and started making a fog and then a lightning stroke. Yes, such things happen pretty much on a daily basis in the city.
Oh yes, I was not aware. I thought it was mostly storms. So this is not out of the ordinary then.
Well, it's always something different. Sometimes, I know, the milk gets spoiled everywhere. Sometimes lightning strikes, two people at the same time out of the, clear blue sky. Sometimes a small earthquake that I know swallows one building. Many small calamities happen, but the storms are the big uniting thing that everybody experiences at the same time with such ferocity and what have you. So
I see.
This
that
is
certainly
a minor
helps too.
curse.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we can spring the spotlight back to our cat. It's okay. There's some official that came here, started looking through the documents. What do you do? You're still covered. You're still fine, but
I'm still trying to find things, and there's somebody in the room.
Yes.
I think I'm just gonna hide and wait for them to go away, and then resume searching.
Okay. It seemed that after a while, maybe I should roll them perception to try finding you here, or what have you. See what they'll notice. Anything. Let's say difficulty 9. Take it 1 success. Like, you try hiding whatever, and they, at the corner of their eye, and it's like, oh, a cat. We're like, oh, what are you doing here, little buddy? They try to bend down to the, some shelves that you're underneath and look at you. Make sure you can escape or what have you, but they've noticed there's some cat around.
All right. Time to be as adorable as I possibly can.
Okay. What would you like to do with them?
I'm gonna try to be look innocuous and just basically be cute until they lose interest and they move on.
What do you think this would be? Would this be manipulation and presence? Because you're...
I was going for appearance, presence.
Yeah, I think appearance. That sounds warranted here.
Yeah, sure. You try to make the best first impression as a cat. Sure, appearance, presence, and I'll give you difficulty 5 because who can resist cat?
Yay! I succeed with 4 successes.
4 successes. They're smitten with how cute of a kitten you are, and they, aw, so cute, and needs help. They try to reach out to you to into their arms.
Nope. Sorry, I'm not gonna let them pick me up, but just play around until they just try not to attract too much attention.
You definitely appear to be as a cat to them, and they're trying to cuddle you a bit, trying to take care of you. This isn't a place for you, buddy. Let's get you out of here.
I know a great way. I know a great way to react to whenever they hold their hands out to you, which is to gently paw at their hands, just laying a paw in there.
Yeah,
it's so cute.
You managed to slip out of their hands and what have you. Always so they couldn't be grasped, so you couldn't be grasped and what have you. And okay,
maybe you can get them to give up and try to get someone to help them get the cat out of the library.
As long as they leave,
and then you have some more time.
Yes, that's all I need. Them to leave so I can search more.
Yeah. So get somewhere super high up.
Okay, since you want to get them to do something that they currently don't want to do, that is manipulation and probably presence to get them to do what you want rather than what they want to do. And yeah, difficulty 5.
Oh boy.
You won't die.
It's basically a coin toss.
Yeah,
it's a coin toss that can botch.
Another willpower, maybe.
It's just gonna make it a slightly more likely coin toss.
Yeah, exactly.
See, and I did feel lucky, punk.
Okay. So you managed to be such an adorable kitten that eventually they think, I guess you'll come out when you want to come out. I guess I should go and fetch some milk for you or something. That will get you out of here, obviously. So they, slowly waddle out of this library. Now's your chance to continue an investigation.
Let's continue the search. Back to my what was the roll?
Perception, bureaucracy, difficulty 7.
All right, perception, bureaucracy, diff 7. I'll spend another willpower.
Sure thing. Roll in.
Cool.
2 successes.
I did it. I do it. I find the thing.
Yes.
Nice.
You climb up on one of the shelves there, you get in the proper hole, and you find that parchment that, is marked exactly as you were told. What do you do with it, Cat?
Trying to remember the details of shape-shifting.
Pretty sure you could just turn humans, stuff it into your pocket, and
yes, that's what I'm thinking. Because I think anything I'm carrying goes into my shape. So yes, I'll spend a round to turn. Actually, I turn human for free, and then I spend a round to stuff it in a pocket, and then I spend another round to turn back into a cat.
Yeah, and so those are, what you call it, those shapes? Those.
No, the cat is not my feral heart.
So you have to spend essence or
nope.
something, or
it's a roll. It's an essence roll. If I want to take time to do it, so 2 dice at difficulty 6.
roll in case you fail.
I do fail one round. How many rounds do I have to take? How long?
Well, let's go back to you, mate.
There was a pregnant lady in the library.
Yep.
As much as you want to go back to be the cute kitten, you'll hear that person slowly coming back to the library. In the meantime, what were you talking with the governor here, Calamities? What was the last thing you mentioned?
We were talking about money, and was very open, and all right, and we talked about how the altar would be useless if the Fae folk were in the city. Yeah. Oh, we need more time. God. I guess we could get him ranting about Mother Fuhan. So I'm just gonna say, Mother Fuhan seems to.
We could even tip him off about the ship, because I'm pretty sure just because we didn't do it, that doesn't mean nobody's gonna try.
Oh. But the ship is already gone, right?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much as you were coming here, that shipment started leaving. So currently it's probably of the borders of Yizhao and currently on the way down. I mean, still you probably see it, and so on and so on.
Well, I don't really feel like revealing it, but if Sierra wants to,
nah.
Feel free. Because otherwise I would just leave it to. We also spoke to Mother Fuhan, and she says the nastiest things about you.
I mean, so many people say nasty things about me, but what specifically did she say?
Well, she said you are raising extra taxes for some kind of deviant behavior that the altar might be punishing.
Well, that'll be amusing. Did you believe her?
Well, not exactly, but we have to follow every lead, especially because the altar seems to be punishing some kind of large-scale carnal sin, which I must say, if that were just you, I'd be quite impressed.
Carnal sin, you say? Well, I can assure you, I'm not spending that money on hookers.
Only on blackjack, huh?
No, I don't play, such card games either. Take the money, put it in the vault, and when there's tax, shipments out, I add it to it, and that's about it.
Don't worry, I was just joking. But I would be a little bit careful because I think Mother Fuhan is trying to actively create or forge evidence against you somehow. She definitely has taken track of every single coin you have raised in taxes.
She would be like that, now wouldn't she? She's definitely the more vocal opposition to the taxes, but I mean, it's Mother Fuhan. She steals about as much as I am raising taxes. So,
That's
Yeah, I
most
figured.
likely.
well,
We should
exports,
definitely
I should
read
say.
intentions again. Read intentions again to make sure he's telling the truth about not buying sex work. I guess.
Okay,
I am
sure,
still-
Don't
difficulty 7.
slut shame.
Well, nobody's slut shaming. I just need to know if he's lying or not.
Okay,
It's gonna go
fine.
great.
Difficulty 7.
Well, that's one success.
Okay, in general, he doesn't seem like the type that would be doing such things. That doesn't seem to be something that he indulges in on the regular or what have you.
Yeah. All right. So that's good then. Yes. Well, but since we're here, we have also heard that there have been disappearances of a very particular kind. Apparently, pregnant women have been going missing for quite some time. And since this doesn't just affect peasants, but also, the nobler castes, perhaps you have heard of this?
Yes, it's been brought to my attention that there are some people going missing more so than they used to be. But, I mean, there are many investigations going on in this city for many various things, like there's some thievery going on, what have you. But from what we gathered, this it would be strange if that was related to the altar, because the altar punishes only that which it can see. So if someone escapes from the city, that means they're no longer under its purview. So I'm not sure how this is related.
Well, they would have to be kidnapped and then kept in the city somewhere if it is related to this thing. Yes.
I mean, presuming it is kidnapping, what if they're just escaping by themselves?
Why would you think that?
I mean, there are many people that want to leave the city because it's some people put it a den of misery. So,
But specifically pregnant women, I would assume that that is not a situation conducive to leaving whatever stability they have here.
you do raise a good point. And this, I suppose, it is strange, but well, we haven't seen anyone that appear to be, kidnapping people. At least we haven't had any reports of, people being dragged out in alleys or some weird screams being heard. Some, I know, bigger carts being left around the middle of the night, what have you. So,
But aren't there any reports of people going missing?
Yes, there are reports of people going missing, but again, with our investigation, we weren't able to pinpoint it as being related to the Daughter of Heaven. Because again, if people go missing, then they're not under the purview, as we at least see it.
Well, do you have notes on this? Because maybe we can talk to, people who knew the missing people. I think that might be worthwhile. Because this is the only lead we have that points to a crime of the kind and magnitude that the altar is reporting.
Okay, yeah. No, sure. We do keep track of such reports of missing people, and can definitely let you have a look at this. And he's calls for some servant to bring you some ledger. Presents to you on the table, and it seems that it's reports for 50 to 100 missing people reports.
Damn, that's a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, we can still start by just scanning always the same section in every report, starting with last location seen, for example, everywhere, and with age.
Yeah.
Can I maybe just look for patterns? Just generally try to find some patterns here.
Exactly. Governor, did you notice any patterns yet?
No, there doesn't seem to be any patterns to this other than a lot of them seem to be pregnant. And these reports aren't standardized bureaucratic thing. It's people just writing out things differently each time and what have you. So to be an intelligence bureaucracy role, I'd say difficulty A to start scanning through this. And let's say
may I
pause.
May I suggest investigation?
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, investigation can work. Okay, I'll have a quick pause and then we'll get back to this. And we're back. So, okay, roll your intelligence and investigation at difficulty 8. And meanwhile, let's look back to our Lunar. So, you hear the person's coming back. You're still in your pregnant woman form.
I'll spend the essence.
You have one more. Oh, spend the essence, so remember, spend one extra.
Oh yeah, I need to spend one extra. Okay, I'm gonna try the roll, and then I'll spend the essence if I fail.
Yeah, you have one more turn before they come in, and maybe something happens.
Yeah, because if I do it with the essence, it's reflexive, so...
Yeah.
Nope, I'll spend the 2 essence.
Does it make you glow, or are you still within your limit?
Yes, I'm still within my...
Yes?
Well...
I'm gonna start channeling the essence, and then in the meantime try to hide.
Okay. So roll me your dexterity, stealth, and I'll roll the guy's perception. And
Difficulty?
can see difficulty 6, I guess.
Sounds good. 4 successes. 5 successes.
5 successes too. So yeah, you managed to hide quite well. Are those charms that make you slip to the cracks and have you just for free? Are they constant or?
No, that was one mode to spend if I used it. So
okay.
I spent the 2 modes earlier. And then, so that means I'm actually down to that.
Okay. So yeah, you managed to hide from the person that's walking between the shelves with a saucer of milk and going pss, 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 trying to find the kitten.
And after bit, like a few seconds, I'll have turned into a cat, and I'll emerge from under a shelf and go and lap at the milk.
Yeah. He, thinks you're very adorable, just watches you for a bit, and then, goes back to his work.
And I'll get out.
Yeah. You manage to exit there quite well. You roll so well on your stealth that I'm not going to make you roll again. Okay. Do you go back to your team? Do you go wait outside in the palanquin, or what have you?
I will, as a cat, make my way back to the governor's room where I expect them to be.
Man,
Okay,
that's such a good idea. Oh well.
Do you just walk on in, or do you wait?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm just gonna walk in. I'm a cat. I don't wait for things.
Sierra immediately notices you and goes, "Aw, hey, there you are. I was looking for you." And comes over and just picks up the cat and pets it.
Meow. Purr, purr.
So, what did that investigation roll end up as?
6 successes because I fired up the excellency for the 2 modes.
Okay, 6 successes. So you managed to go through all of those documents, please skim them, and kind of confirms what Mother Fuhan was saying, that there's a lot of women from a lot of different walks of life going missing. The reports are mostly their husbands, or sometimes they're like mothers-in-laws or actual parents reporting that they're missing. Some of them have been have been last seen in their beds, at night, and then in the morning they were just gone. Some of them have left to go, buy some groceries at the market, and they haven't come back. Some of them have been, walking back from there, and some places have been late at night, some religious festivals or what have you, and they haven't come back home. So there's a lot of different situations in which those women go missing. There doesn't seem to be any one kind of modus operandi or the way that they're going missing.
Mm-hmm. That's weird as hell. So no other similarities or patterns than the pregnancy and okay.
Yeah, the women were pregnant and what have you, and how many successes did you roll? 6 successes. A few of them mentioned that they've gone to a fertility shrine way back when, and that's how they got pregnant and what have you. And yeah.
We should probably ask some of the families if, more of them did that.
Is it always the same fertility shrine, or is it just a fertility shrine?
They don't mention which shrine they've gone to, but pretty much a few of them have taken fertility treatments and what have you, and that kind of stands out. It's you don't expect it to be that popular, what have you, or that needed, and so on.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Well, that's definitely something we can ask these people about.
Not all of the reports are complete. This isn't a standard questionnaire that everybody's asked. It's at some point someone happened to mention something about that and whatever. So all those information that are incomplete pictures, or what someone thinks might be responsible. So it's a lot of bias in a lot of those reports based on the person that's doing the reporting.
Yeah, it would make sense that this would fly under the radar. Even if all of them went to the same fertility shrine, since they didn't specifically ask about that, it would not show up here. So
these reports have been made by 10, 20 different people that have been in charge of what the record keeping at the time and so on.
Well, that's a solid lead then. We should definitely ask more people about that. Can we borrow this ledger?
Like the governors a little bit has said, like, okay, this is like our only copy of those things, so it would be best if you just copy the parts you need. But if you need to, sure, he'll let you go as long as you return it, because still ongoing investigations, and it's the only copy they have.
Yes, look, I think we right now are your best chance at getting to the bottom of this. I think you can. Yeah, we will definitely bring it back, and I think you can afford to leave it in our hands for now.
Yeah, you definitely seem like well-educated folks that know how to take care of books. He looks over at the abyssal. Okay.
Yeah, that's definitely something I'm good at.
Is there anything else I can do for you?
Not for now, I think. You have already helped quite a bit. Thank you.
Let me know if you need anything else or you have any further breakthroughs.
Of course.
Yes, you can leave as you want.
Yeah. Let's get out of here.
Yep.
And off we go.
Let's blow this popsicle stand.
Okay, so what do you guys want to do next?
Yeah, I think we should spend some time asking as many people as possible off the list about fertility shrine treatment.
Okay.
Once we're out and out of direct sight, I'll turn back into human and hand off the document to Calamities.
Mm-hmm. I check that it's the one we need, and
yeah, it has the same notations about like when it was taken and so on and so on.
Good work, Foreclaws.
Yep.
That's gonna be useful.
What does it actually say?
Yeah, I guess we should peek inside it. Though, again, this is not my forte, nor any of ours.
I mean, it's not a sealed document. I mean, the censor said that he looked it over way back when, so it is just a record. It's not like a missive or a letter or something like that. So it is something you can read.
It's just we're bad at bureaucracy, is it?
Sure, but that doesn't stop us from reading it and then making conclusions that are probably wrong.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. You read over the document. It seems to be a log of like the important going-ons of a given day, and it seems to be lining up with when the altar of heaven was first reported to be going bad, roughly, well, at least within a couple of days. And you see that the notable agenda for the day, you have some tax, extra emergency taxes being raised. You have an abbot being assigned to, what should we call it? Let me exactly find what it was exactly. Something about being assigned to like the council of like the religious council of the city, being assigned to the shrine of the Blue Goat as well after the previous abbot has died, and that's about the most important things that have been going on that day.
Wait, what kind of shrine is this?
The shrine of the Blue Goat. Doesn't specify exactly what it is.
Shrine of the Blue Goat. Well, that might be something.
Might even be something fertile.
Yeah, might be. Let's see about that.
So, do you want to return the sensor, to keep hold on to it, or what's going on?
I think for now we'll hold on to it. I would really like to get as many of the victims, loved ones, to confirm this pattern that I found.
Okay, so you spend some time going pretty much like from door to door. It's a little bit harder to track them than the big name MCs that pretty much you know exactly where they're going. There's a lot of people that have jobs, people that are busy and what have you. But you manage to go to a number of households, talk to the people that are related or married or have missing women. What do you ask of them?
I think we'll definitely ask them if there's anything they haven't told like the official investigators yet, and we'll definitely pointedly ask about like fertility treatments.
Okay, roll me, I guess, intelligence and investigation to cut through. I know everything that people are thinking because people necessarily. Okay, difficulty 6. Because you definitely lead this investigation and so on and so on.
That's
4 5. Okay, yeah. So you manage to lead people to the proper answers. You cut through everything that seems to be unnecessarily or whatever. Like you mentioned, this was her birthday, and not soon before, or someone like after. Well, when you start asking about fertility treatment, that is pretty much the commonality. Every one of them had gone to do fertility treatment, and all of them have gone to the same shrine, the Shrine of the Blue Goat.
Oh boy, it's all coming together.
All right, let's go to the Shrine of the Blue Goat. I gotta get some fertility treatment done to me.
Yep.
You're obviously pregnant. You're double pregnant?
I mean, I could undo the belly and then redo it after nightfall.
You could just go there and say, that's a health condition. Don't worry.
That's just fat.
I drink a lot of beer. This is normal.
Anyway, let's go.
It would probably be better if you were unpregnified. You go there and then we can repregnify you later.
I will spend that one mote to remove it.
Sure, just hold back to your... Yes?
I'd also like to call my goat to accompany us.
Did you take that upgrade to your goat that is talking now, or...
Sorry, what?
XP to her, right?
Yeah, did you spend the XP to make your familiar talk to you?
No, but I have the thought communication thing still.
Okay, sure. Our Lunar transforms back into the human form, those fetus deletus, and it's back to being normal. And all of you can mosey to the Shrine of the Blue Goat in the Incense District. Right.
We should probably send Foreclaws ahead, and Foreclaws will just do his thing there first, and then we'll show up coincidentally right afterwards.
Yeah,
her thing right now.
Her thing, yes. And we will.
If your pronouns change, sure.
And we can feign ignorance of Foreclaws, so people will not be immediately like, oh, this lady hangs out with the investigators. That sounds like a really bad idea to kidnap.
Yep.
Yes, you there in the audience. We've never met, have we?
Exactly like that.
So trying to do some kind of entrapment to make them commit crime. Okay.
Yes.
You make your way to the Shrine of the Blue Goat. It looks like one of the fancier shrines, nothing that out of the ordinary. This is in general, this district is like well maintained. You go in, you see there's a lot of a good amount of activity going on. This is like a very packed. This is like you have this is a wooden shrine. You have a lot of like side alcoves. They all seem to be having different kind of prayer things. You see a lot of like families in here. You see some priests also doing activities in those alcoves. That's from what you got it. This is ancestor worship. And there are like as you go down the shrine itself, there is a statue of a blue goat that's standing there like Leslie and what have you, standing there and so on. And there are some like priests around. There are some regular people around, like families, couples, and so on. What do you do?
I'll ask around, trying to see who can give me. I heard that this place gives fertility treatments. How does that work? Can I have one, please?
Yeah. You talked to one of the priests. They mentioned, this is one of the cities. Fertility shrines, what have you. They do all kinds of treatment for like dietary, meditation, what have you, and so on and so on. They explain how this stuff works. And as you mentioned that you'd like one, like they asked, okay, where's your husband?
At home.
Well, then when the two of you come back here, then we can talk about the details.
Does it have to be two of us?
I mean, yes, we wouldn't want to.
He's so terribly lazy.
Yeah. I mean, we have to.
I wanted it to be a surprise.
Okay, let's see. What could this roll? Manipulation and there's no subterfuge in the system.
Performance?
No, performance specifically, artisan.
It would be manipulation presence, probably.
Probably manipulation presence. Difficulty 7?
I'm not sure. Why not?
Hey, are you trying to entrap us? You got me.
But I'm so pretty. Stop looking. Stop thinking with your head and start thinking with your other head.
Well, look, I don't have a dad for the baby yet.
Holy shit.
Look, I don't have a dad for the baby yet, but I take applications. Wink, wink.
Boy, howdy.
Yeah, that wouldn't go over well.
Aww.
Because they're very much like, hey, you should have a husband accompany you whatever. If you say that, you want to, like, hide it, be a surprise, they, reluctantly agree, okay, yes, sure, we can provide you with some help. What's your budget here?
Did I remember to ask Calamities for some cash for this treatment? I assume we heard that how much this would cost from the interrogations around.
Yeah, we could have known, right? How much?
Yeah, sure.
How much would that be?
Well, there's a range of options from like, okay, here's some teas that'll probably help you through like, more guided meditation and so on. And yeah.
Does it go up to actual miracles from the blue goat?
Definitely prayers to the blue goat are involved in some of those, because that's the local fertility god / the god of the fertility shrine and so on and so on. Definitely could bestow some blessings. That's like, the god's not guaranteed to, come here and answer your prayers and so on and so on.
So I guess I grabbed. We went with about the mid-range treatment amount of money.
Yeah, probably. If that's something I can afford, that is.
Something that
it's
doesn't
definitely
drain Calamity's resources, but also that it's not the lowest end of the thing.
Yeah, so definitely, like, you can afford like some herbal teas and have you to help you. There's definitely some like acupuncture involved and what have you. Some like, they'll teach you how to like do some meditations or like prayers to sing and so on and so on. So yeah,
Cool.
there's like explaining of like what this would involve. I guess what's going on. Does the rest of you want to come on in?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah.
Oh yeah. Quick question. Is this place also like magic protected?
It's not more magic protected than the rest of the city. So this isn't under the direct purview of the thing. So your asset expenditure is normal.
Gotcha.
Awesome.
But yeah.
Yeah.
There's definitely like some basic wars against like evil spirits and so on and so on, but like nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay, I
Nothing
melt
against
immediately.
Solars.
Yeah. No. Yeah, I think I would like to spend a mote for what's it called?
The Excellency?
Murder Tracing Eye, which allows me to do an entire scene of investigation in the blink of an eye.
Okay.
So I can just, I'm just gonna look around in here and see if there's anything weird going on.
Okay, perception investigation. I could say roll me at difficulty 7, and if you get more successes, we'll get some more stuff.
Let's see. Should I also go for the Excellency?
Yes.
All right, let's do it. Running kind of low on motes, but oh well, who needs motes? Am I right?
Exactly. You can just sleep your way into new modes. It's fine.
Oh my god. Thank god. Wait, is that favored or it's actually cast. Okay, thank god. So the ones don't count.
So it's 4 successes instead of 1.
It's 4 successes, yeah.
Okay, so you case the whole scene as you make a grand entrance. Yeah, you pretty much understand that this is both an ancestor shrine and also a fertility shrine. There are a lot of people that come here to worship their ancestors. There are currently people doing that right now. So you have like little plaques with their names and so on. They're making small offerings to them. They're offering their prayers. And what have you in this alcoves that are designated spaces for them to do that. There are also private chambers also on the sides of the shrine. There seem to be like one room sleeping cells and what have you that I lock from the inside. There's like some basic like sleeping cots, some like stool, small table, and so on and so on. There's some of them are currently locked. You figure there's like a single women in there at the moment doing some prayers and what have you. Yeah, you see that there's the whole altar to the blue god. Doesn't seem to be out of the ordinary. You see a number of like various priests here. Some of the priests are also doing ancestor worship, as it is done in this culture where if you don't have a male descendant, then there are some special ancestor priests that can do worship in their stead. So they're currently performing those rituals. We have a large book that has like the various names of people, and they're like, slowly flipping through them, making prayers and offerings to various people mentioned in those books and what have you. And that's roughly what you find in your whole scene of investigation that takes a blink of an eye.
So nothing immediately off.
There's you don't anything shady going on.
Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. Yes, grand entrance. Birds everywhere. Again.
Birds.
Also this distinct sense of melancholy as I walk in. And I'm just gonna walk right up to the to the altar with the goat and just, very obviously look at it with utter disdain.
Yeah, the goat stares blankly at you, as is, the case for statues. You can see a bit of your reflection in it.
Somebody explain this goat business to me.
Some priest comes over to you, like in deference, like, "Oh, this is the god of our shrine. This is the blue goat. The deity focuses on fertility and what have you, and ancestor worship. And they are, helping us with our mission here."
And what is that exactly?
To help, the ancestors pass on their lives, or, if they linger in the underworld, to make their lives there easier, as well as, ensure that, next generation of, dutiful worshippers are being born.
But the blue goat is a god, yes?
Yes.
And it helps you with the ancestor worship.
Well, its purview is twofold. Yes, it is forced fertility and ancestor worship. I mean, as a bureaucracy, it is what it is.
I would like to meet this blue goat. Certainly you can put in a word for me.
I mean, we don't meet with a blue goat. We offer its prayers under the prayer calendar, as is, right. We don't interact with it.
Well, but it must be somewhere, right?
I mean, obviously, whether they're in Yizhao or whether they're around, maybe in their sanctums. It's their business to be where they please.
Right, sanctums. Any idea where I can find its sanctum? Or an entrance to it?
Well, probably this will be a significant place it will be tied to, so if anywhere, it probably will be here.
Oh, well, that's handy then. Guess I'm spending more motes. Spirit sensing technique. I've got spirit sensing technique that should allow me to see, dematerialized spirits and gods, and also entrances to their sanctums.
Okay, spend the presence, and let's say that there is an entrance to the sanctum of the blue gold right here at the at the statue itself. But you don't see any spirit just lingering here or whatever business.
Right. I guess it's time to lure it out with song.
I mean, yeah, you can always make a prayer to it.
I am not allowed.
I mean, just because you
Should
wouldn't allow us, I mean,
I?
you can't.
Should I pray to the goat?
I guess that, honestly, that would be very appropriate. That is kind of your job, isn't it?
Right? Okay.
Yeah, you want
Yeah, I will
Priest.
point. I will point to Syrah. Like, Syrah, the sanctum is right here.
Thank you. I kneel down there and do earnestly pray to the goat.
Okay.
I kind of envision it in my mind as literally my goat, but blue. And that gives me a lot of base fondness and affection to work off of. To like kind of just extend this mental hand of like I wish I could build a connection with you right now.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, okay, let me look, because prayer is a specific on this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's probably occult, right? Maybe.
You guys with your rolls and dice. Isn't it enough that I have a pure heart full of childhood wonder?
Well,
No,
in
this
this
is a business
system,
transaction.
yes, exactly that. You're sending a petition to some celestial government here. Okay, charisma plus linguistic or performance to attract the god's attention. Generally difficult 9. You make some special sacrifices.
I would be so baller at this.
Then do it. It's only going to be little bit of backlash.
Question.
Yes.
Would you give me a little boosty for my friend of nature approach charm?
Your friend of nature is not the one who lets you survive in the wilderness, right?
No,
Yes.
but it's also about nature loving me, and I thought the goat might be very natural, but that's okay.
A goat is its form; it's not its nature. It is not a goat of the wilderness. It is a goat of fertility.
Fertility is very natural.
Maybe the difficulty will be good for you. It will be lower for you because you're a lawgiver. That might be used.
Yeah. So, what am I supposed to roll again?
Okay, charisma and either linguistic or performance. A difficulty 8 because you are an authorized priest of the god, because you are a zenith, so you are a priest of all the gods. If you make a good offering, that's something that it wants, then that would be another 2 points lower.
And you can spend a willpower to make it 1 point lower.
Yes.
I will spend a willpower and also a mode to use my excellency on this.
Awesome.
So that's 10.
You have
16.
an excellency for performance? Or what?
I have. Okay, let me just double check. Now you made me insecure.
Also, yeah, you have a favorite. So once count, but you can use the excellency.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah. I can just use that on pretty much anything, I think. Okay. That makes 16. 16.
Yes. Difficulty 8.
Difficulty. No, difficulty 7. I'm using 1 willpower.
Oh, yes. Yes, then 7. You are correct.
Here we go. And the
6 successes.
now the 1 does count.
Yeah.
Once to count because it is favorite. Okay, I'm going to do a quick break and then we can come back to this. Okay, so yeah, you make these prayers, and as you are the Zenith cast, a lot of gods know better than to ignore your kind of prayers. probably this goat hasn't heard such calling in his lifetime. Chances are it's not as old as the usurpation or what have you. And yeah, before you, a spirit of a blue goat appears pretty much from the statue itself. A spiritual copy, gets up and assumes more humanoid shape while still retaining its like blue goat head and what have you. And it greets you. But since it's getting late, well, I guess we should wrap it here. So
Yes.
I've been Peter.
I've been G.
I've been Breckchen.
And I've been Siegfried.
And it's sponsored by Nobody, signing off.